I got a special update, and we're going to be tying together one of the original connections that we made with Brad Garlinghouse speaking with Christine Lagarde personally, is the message that he told us today, speaking at Davos, the big conference that they're having over there in Switzerland. So we compared Ripple to the IMF, not just the central bank, but the central bank of central banks, because the IMF is world money, and XRP is ready to be that bridge currency for the whole world. So we didn't just compare it to the Federal Reserve or any other central bank that just services one country. We understand that Ripple is ready to service all 7 billion people, just like Naveen Gupta, one of the original guys who said that we're going to put a dent in the universe at Ripple. We know that they're trying to serve all 7 billion people, every country. So we compare them to the central bank of central banks, not just the Federal Reserve. We talk about SWIFT, but understanding the place that the SDRs play in the world stage, in the world financial world, is very important. Many people don't know what the SDR is, special drawing rights from the IMF. We're going to get into this tonight. The last time I've been on here was on Saturday. I did my weekly call with my Discord group, and we talked about this document right here that I'm about to share with you guys. Let's get right into it. It is directly from the IMF's website. We were covering this, talking about what exactly is in the special drawing rights, and it's a makeup of 5 currencies. 5 currencies, and it says here, the SDR is an international reserve asset created by the IMF in 1969 to supplement its member countries' official reserves. To date, a total of SDRs 660.7 billion, equivalent to about US 943 billion. So nearly $1 trillion US equivalent has been allocated. This includes the largest ever allocation of the SDRs, 456 billion approved on August 2nd, 2021. So effective on August 23rd, 2021, this most recent allocation was to address the long-term global need for reserves and help countries cope with the impacts of the situation going on, the pandemic. The value of the SDR is based on a basket of 5 currencies: the US dollar, the euro, the Chinese renminbi, the Japanese yen, and the British pound sterling. So the SDR was created as a supplementary international reserve asset in the context of the Bretton Woods fixed exchange rate system. Remember, Bretton Woods goes all the way back to 1944, the original Bretton Woods Agreement, and the collapse of the Bretton Woods system in 1973. Nixon took us off the gold standard in 1971. Quick currency lesson for you. I know this is boring. What's the next 10x crypto, bro? We'll get to that, and you'll soon see why we hold a fat bag of XRP. Not financial advice, but there's a reason why I don't play around with the rest of this BS, and I stay focused on Brad Garlinghouse having personal meetings with the head of the International Monetary Fund, Christine Lagarde. In his interview today with CNBC, he says, after speaking with Christine personally, so I always say, how's your program working out? What's your cryptocurrency doing? Who is the CEO of your company meeting with? Mr. Brad Garlinghouse, BG, meeting with Christine Lagarde personally. One of many meetings with the top financial elite of this world, as Brad takes the stage at Davos. And this isn't his first time there. He's been there, been at all the most important tables, the most important board rooms in the world, right? And so we have zero doubt about this asset and its role it's going to play. Now, the question is XRP going to be featured within the special drawing rights, or will it be the ESDR? This is something that we've talked about before. What role could XRP play as a reserve currency that's designed to be as liquid as a G10 currency? These are simple goals that Ripple stated back in 2017, 2018. We want to become a world reserve currency, and we want to be as liquid as a G10 currency. Now we know, fast forward to 2022, we have 25 on-demand liquidity corridors fired up. That's for cross-border payments using XRP. We have 86% coverage of a $6 trillion daily cross-border volume. A daily cross-border volume of $6 trillion needs to be settled up, and XRP is ready to facilitate that role. The reason why you need a currency is similar to here. You need value. Right now, we're finding out where the value's at right now, with everything collapsing amongst us. Shout out to Stathis. Stathis showing up with the first super chat of the night. I appreciate all of you guys so much. By the way, hopefully the mic is coming through good. Mic check. The sound's all good here, hopefully. Okay. Still got to get the new studio built out here, but we're getting fired away and we're going to keep you guys updated in the meantime. Okay. Special drawing rights. We covered this. Okay. And then let's see if this video is going to play here. I'm going to try to play this clip. This is Brad speaking at Davos today. If it's not playing, not coming through, I'll just kill it and we'll edit that part out later. But I'm going to try to play this clip from Brad Garlinghouse speaking at Davos here today. It is not playing. Okay, let's just skip that. But in this clip, he's talking about meeting with Christine Lagarde personally, talking about how 99% of cryptos, when he originally said 99% of cryptos were going to go away, there was only about 2,000, I think he said. So, he thought there was going to be about 20 left remaining. Well, now we have almost, over 20,000 cryptos basically, and then you include in all the different NFT projects as well. I mean, there's just tens of thousands of crypto projects right now. And Brad, he stated how it was unpopular at the time, but he still believes, that will play out. And the difference between XRP and the rest of this cryptocurrency space, as we continue to demonstrate, is that you need that currency that can represent value. The value from XRP is going to come from the underlying utility, the underlying liquidity it's going to provide. So Swift, people talk about Swift just being, the end-all be-all, the best messaging system since 1970, I guess. They don't want to update that system. Swift is just a messaging platform, a messaging system, a messaging network between 11,000 banks. And as we're starting to see from members of Swift, and it's been thrown around for years, right, that we could be complementary to Swift. We don't need to replace Swift. We just need those 11,000 member banks to get on board, settling just even portions of the on-demand liquidity that they need. Oh, here's the clip. Let's see if we can play this for you guys.
Well, I have a couple of reactions. One is, in some ways, she's in good company. There's others like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger who've made derogatory comments. But not that long ago, Jamie Dimon, someone who said they thought Bitcoin was, I think, a fraud, and has subsequently come around and realized that, in my judgment, this is an industry that is not going away. It's valued today at about $1.2, $1.3 trillion. But I do think, I've spoken to Christine Lagarde personally, and I think we need to stop measuring it just by what's going on with the overall value and how are these assets being used to solve real-world problems. And I think time and time again we're seeing more and more real use cases solving real scaled problems where blockchain technologies can reduce friction measured by cost and speed in a way that I think improves the overall economy.
Does the fact that these 19,000 cryptocurrencies have been largely used as speculative assets do damage to the underlying case that you're arguing for?
I think absolutely yes. And it's frustrating. I said when there were about 2,000, so as you said correctly, there's about 19,000 today. When there were about 2,000, I got some heat from the crypto market by saying that something like 99% of them I thought would go to zero. And that wasn't a popular statement, suggesting that only 20 would be around. Well, now you have 19,000. My prediction, at least for now, has been moved the wrong direction. But, there are some tokens out there that I think are focused on solving a problem. And those are ones that I can see being used in the future. And we could give a number of different examples. Some of them are present here in Davos. But there's also ones that I look at, I hear the description, and I don't get it. And I think there is risk, as Christine Lagarde commented. They are speculative. They are.
And there you go. Yeah, so Brad just laying it down for us at Davos, meeting with the World Economic Forum. And remember, it is important to go to these groups. I think that the powers that be, you have to approach them. You have to go to the business table. And whether you think what they've been doing is wrong or not, and whether it needs to be replaced or not, you got to go get something done. You got to go to the movers and shakers of this world. And quite frankly, we have to confront the people who have had control, that got this corrupt system. There's a reason why everyone's attracted to blockchain cryptocurrency. Why Bitcoin had such a role is because we thought that it could be digital gold. We thought that Bitcoin could be the reserve currency of the new financial system. Some Bitcoin maxis still believe that, and we know how that program's working out. Not very good, as seen in El Salvador. Cannot be used as a currency, cannot be used as digital cash, and then as volatile as it is, cannot be used as a reserve either. Not really a store of value. Down over 50%, right, from that all-time high. So Bitcoin's failed on every metric, and like Brad says, most of these cryptocurrencies, when you take a look at them, guys, I mean, just to put it bluntly, they're not doing shit. Excuse my language, but they're not doing anything. They're a cool idea, bro. They're, let's pump and dump this and get rich, bro. Let's take the money and run, i.e. Luna. We gotta place the back switch, the kill switch on the back end to kill this thing when it goes sideways and everyone pulls the liquidity. Or when we start to pull the liquidity and then everyone realizes that we're pulling liquidity, everyone else pulls liquidity and the project goes to zero. That's what's going on in this space. And all of last year, towards the end of the year, I was telling everyone, take your money and run out of this crypto market specifically, because we knew the DeFi protocols wouldn't last. We knew that the NFTs were overhyped. We knew that the NFTs had no utility. Now, Gary Vaynerchuk and many others are trying to bring utility to NFTs, Ripple included. But we're still seeing that's an very, very immature and the most speculative side of cryptocurrency. What we're doing is a rather conservative investment, in my opinion. When I look at what Brad and team is doing, one of the most, the furthest along cryptocurrency team by far. There's no competition. I always say there's no comparison with Ripple's board of directors and the executives that are executing the business strategies of that company. And Brad's always said that XRP is the heartbeat of Ripple. Personal conversations with Christine Lagarde, meeting with over 50 central banks from Miguel Valles. I mean, this is just what they're telling us. In 2017, simple goal of making XRP a world reserve currency as liquid as a G10 currency. And someone snuck into my Discord just last week, and they come in and they posted some BS about Swift, about why XRP won't be adopted. XRP is not a blockchain. It's, doesn't use proof of work. And we need to use Swift, which is from the 70s, just a messaging platform that doesn't do any settlement. I mean, for me, the case is clear. XRP, whether we get all the money, whether we get chunks of Swift, whether we do derivatives, whether we get some smart contracts going, we're going to get NFTs going now. They just updated it. Smart contracts are going to be coming with Flare. We also know the Codius is in the background. 50 central banks. There's no other cryptocurrency doing this. The run rate of on-demand liquidity, tens of billions of dollars right now. That's just putting our toes in the water, just getting started with this thing. I don't check I haven't been checking the price. I haven't been, I've been very busy lately. On a day-to-day basis, I'm checking the price once, maybe. Bags are wrecked. Guys, my bags are wrecked. Just like everybody else. Or at least most people. I didn't take profits because I wasn't going to sell XRP at $2 when I understand that just to get started settling trillion-dollar problems, we're going to need to be at a high double-digit, three-digit price just to get started. So I've taken advantage of this blood in the streets opportunity to acquire more XRP, more XLM. Haven't had time to make it into the dealer to get some silver as another hedge. This weekend, going over a weekly call with my Discord group, I went over my portfolio. We went over what an ideal portfolio is, and just finished Jim Rickards' book, Road to Ruin, for the third time. Very important book where he's talking about the IMF, the role of the SDRs. And something we touched on recently that's very important is that they just upped the amount of Chinese renminbi that they're going to hold as a reserve there in the SDR. So they're seeing more value over there in China. And we knew that the currency war was going to go hot militarily in February when we saw what Russia was doing and how that was how the operations were playing out there. What we're waiting on, and I said next, I thought that after the Olympics, I said, not there's the military source I had said that they will not move on Taiwan until after the Olympics are done. So that's what I was reporting on. That's what I've been saying, and that's still at play. You're seeing Joe Biden just said today that they're going to defend Taiwan at all costs. But how do we go from talking about currencies, SDRs, to talking now about world stage military events? It's because it's all tied together. And yet I got people in my comment section saying, stick to Ripple XRP news, don't go political. Well, it's not going political. It's understanding the world stage events and positioning ourselves accordingly for the greatest transfer of wealth in world history, understanding how these actors and what they're doing on the world stage will affect us. I'm about to go through the headlines. Let's go. I've been ranting for the first 15 minutes. I'm excited to come back live with you guys tonight. I appreciate all of you guys for joining me here. Once again, shout out to everyone for getting us this far. We're really just growing rapidly, and we're going to continue. We're about to get focused in once again on a whole nother level here on this channel. I appreciate all of you guys. Let's get into it. So I'm just going to go through my bookmarks instead of having a bunch of tabs lined up. I'm just going to scroll through this. So this is from Robert Kiyosaki, May 23rd, 2022. I'm going to take a sip of my adult beverage. Cheers. Appreciate all of you guys so much. Little sippy of the secret sauce. Appreciate you guys. Let's get into it. Davos, Switzerland. IMF warns world faces greatest financial challenges since World War II. Global disaster has been coming for years. Desperate leaders will do desperate things. World war coming. God have mercy on us. Save gold, silver, Bitcoin, food, guns, and bullets. So you guys know Robert, he's just preaching about Bitcoin. But in my opinion, and seeing that Robert is getting, crypto kids around him, because Robert's smart, if he understands that if he's not an expert on something, he just brings in someone who is. He brings in people who know what they're doing, right? He's surrounding himself with smart crypto people. There's no way that he's just holding Bitcoin, guys. Like, just so we're clear, I would bet everything I own that Robert is holding Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies too. Does he know about XRP? I don't know. But I mean, his advice is right. And this is what we've been talking about. The greatest transfer of wealth in world history, greatest transfer of wealth since World War II. Remember, right, from this chaos will be about order. The elite are making their moves right now. Bill Gates buying up all of the farmland, right? And that's just the that's just the tip of the spear, right? The tip of the iceberg. Sorry. You already know where that goes, and I'm not going to get into that. BlackRock buying up all the housing, Bill Gates making his moves. And my question has been, what are you doing right now? What preparations are you making? Save gold, silver, Bitcoin, food, guns, and bullets. Okay, well, I don't have gold. No gold. Silver, picked up a coin. I picked up a coin of silver. Bitcoin, absolutely not. Never will touch it again. Food, guns, and bullets, baby. Let's go. God bless Robert Kiyosaki. He's always been a real one. And he's a Marine. And that's why he's a real one. He's a Vietnam vet, Marine, seen combat, and then he made some money for himself and built some wealth. Always been listening to him, one of the OGs in the space. Let's continue on. Breaking news. Sri Lanka has hiked petrol prices by 20 to 24% on Tuesday, and also increased diesel prices by 35% to 38%. Encourages people to work from home. The situation in Sri Lanka is getting pretty dicey, pretty scary out there. Diesel increased by 35% and gas by 20 to 24%, right? So, like I keep on addressing, we think that this can't happen here. Some estimates are putting that our diesel is going to be a national average, our gas is going to be a national average of $7 in America this year. That's what some estimates are putting out. I don't know if it comes true. I have a plan if it does. I'm preparing right now for this situation, for the food riots, for the energy crisis that we're seeing play out in other countries where these people are starting to hit the streets. Have a plan, guys. We have a plan on every single level right now, and serious preparations need to be made. Okay, this is for the XRP Riddlers. Those of you guys that want the secret sauce stuff. This is from someone on Twitter here. Looks like BG has a guest. That's Brad Garlinghouse. Same 3-leg table. I just got a notification from Lobster that XLM is down 5.8% in the last 24 hours. So the market's down again. XLM down 5%. I just got the heads up from Lobster. Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to put out a TikTok, and I was going to put out a, share the same message on YouTube, a little short. I've come into contact with some people. We're going to be addressing the Lobster transfer of wealth situation. Let's just say I've come into contact with some people, and it's bad. As we expected, it's bad. As far as scams, as far as people getting scammed out of their XLM, I'm just going to throw that out there, and we're going to present some evidence. You guys know me. I want to take care of my people. We always talk about XLM, XRP, XLM's my number 2. And I see people getting scammed out of their XLM right now. And many of you guys know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. It's coming. And you guys know me. I don't even care to call it the scammers. I don't deal with the kids on TikTok anymore. I don't deal with them anymore. They can have it. Have at it. But when I see people that I think are good people getting scammed out of their XLM, which I think is really important for us to be stacking right now, not financial advice, but I just think that it's one of my number 2, and it's sad to see, and it's wrong. And we've come across some information and evidence, and yeah, I'll put out one little video about it, and then that's going to be it. But you guys already saw my opinion on the Lobster, Stellar ecosystem, all of these stock markets to, stock market to Stellar. You guys saw the video that I put out on it. I don't have a good feeling about it. I thought a lot of them were scams. That's been the case. Yeah. Just like with the XRP ledger, 99% of the tokens that are being made on XRP right now are scams. So it's important, and we will address it. I had a goal, intention, inspiration to go around interviewing people that were doing XRP ledger projects. You guys know I did the Reaper. I've talked with Patrick, CEO of Reaper, and Steven and the gang over there. Good guys, good project. I think one of the few legit ones. But I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go around and I'm going to interview all these people from the XRP ledger, all these little companies, and give them some attention if they're doing some legit stuff. Well, that didn't last long. I took a look at there's like 5 legit projects on the XRP ledger. Essentially, it's the same deal going on with Stellar Lobster, but the whole stock market thing there, it's not that that's not real. It's not that stocks won't be on XLM. Like, that's possible. Derivatives can be and will be on XRP and XLM, in my opinion. The new stock market will be tokenized. That's all real. But all of these companies, all these projects that have been pushed on you guys and me and us, while we're waiting for, some stuff to play out, 99% of it was BS, guys. And I got the evidence, and I've been talking to some people, and let's just say we're going to bring some light to the darkness over there in regards to XLM and that Stellar ecosystem. So yeah, let's continue on. But yeah, as I was talking about here, we got a little bit secret sauce for the Riddlers. Brad Garlinghouse, the Riddlers, saying that this is the same picture, same scene going on here. Always fun to play with the riddles. Always fun to do some decodes. Let's continue on, though. I want to get through this news. We've already gone live for 25 minutes. Obviously, my mouth is running, and I got a lot to say. Haven't been on in a few days. But let's try to finish out this news, because this is really crazy what's been happening recently. While we've been fudded out and distracted by the cryptocurrency prices being down, there's serious moves being made right now in the cryptocurrency space, just in the whole financial world. But huge shout out to John Deaton. Attorney John Deaton has filed a motion letter asking to represent 67,000 XRP holders in the Ripple case. Okay. So John Deaton's been doing a great job standing up for this. You guys already know that. Most staged lawsuit in the history of the SEC. Don't even really need to talk about it, but God bless John Deaton fighting the good fight. We will expose all truth. Gary Gensler being the head CFO of the criminal campaign conspiracy. And you guys already know where that's going, right? with the name that I can't say, but you guys already know who that is. I won't go there, but Gary, good luck, brother. Good guy, Gary. I wish you the best. Okay. Continuing out of Seoul, the police cybercrime investigation unit has asked exchanges to freeze Luna Foundation Guard from withdrawing corporate funds. So the Luna Foundation being their assets being frozen up, they're going after them in South Korea. That's good to see. Hopefully, all truth is revealed in regards to that scene, that event as it played out, as that Ponzi scheme scam that was destined for failure. But pretty sad to see. It pretty much caused this whole big downturn in the market. But we do need to cleanse. We do need to purge the cryptocurrency space. We got to get it done. We got to go through some tough times here. It's just like XRP and XLM, the ecosystems. We got to purge 99% of that before we can get to, the good stuff, right? The good companies actually building real value, real utility. Let's continue on. The average price for diesel is up 75% from a year ago in the United States. In one day, the price of diesel is up 35% in Sri Lanka. So another tweet here from Gold Telegraph. We're up over 75% on the year here in America. So, yeah. We've been talking about stocking up on essentials. And what's going to happen here is diesel being at all-time high is going to affect the prices of everything, guys. Right? So much of our products are shipped around this country through that trucking. And that's running on diesel engines, right? Very simple. Diesel being at all-time high, not good for the consumer, not good for the middle class of America. And the squeeze is on. You guys already know it's a war against us. It's a war against us. 333, the 333 tuned in the YouTube. I appreciate all of you guys so much. If you guys could hit that thumbs up for me while you're here, I appreciate you guys for helping me spread this message. I wanted to give a huge shout out to David Nino Rodriguez. He says, nonprofit organizations in Arizona are being raided by police for ballot harvesting. #winning. Thank you, 2,000 mules. Now, this is in regards to some things, some topics that I can't really touch on. And, the haters in the comments will say, don't get political. Well, I think that this matters. I think that having a legitimate election in this country matters. Hopefully that's not a controversial statement. Let's continue on. I haven't watched the documentary. Let's see how it plays out. All truth will be revealed, and God bless you all. America needs to be free and fair. We need to have free and fair elections. How about this? President Biden at the very top. Let me load this picture here. Mr. Joe Biden running the show. He put out this tweet on March 8th. He put this out literally the day that the US dollar topped out against the ruble, the US dollar Russian ruble pair. He put out this tweet. We are enforcing an enormous package of economic sanctions that has caused the Russian economy to crater. The Russian ruble is down almost 50%. It's like, God, the average citizen, the average person in Russia is absolutely getting wiped out by a financial crisis, right? But it's all about us being tough, getting the job done against Mr. Big Bad. I'm not even going to say his name. The Russian ruble is down 50% since Mr. Putin announced his war. It is now worth less than 1 American penny. Well, you can see how that program worked out. The pair crashing back down here, the Russian ruble actually doing well. US dollar Russian ruble pair down to 60 compared to almost, over 150. Yeah, you guys can see the chart here. So, good job, Joe. Program's working out pretty well, isn't it, brother? Good stuff. I'm not going to cover this tweet. This is in regards to Bill Gates and monkeys, but I just think that monkeys are funny and that situation's silly, but hey, good luck. God bless. Hope it works out. I'm not going to address it here. God bless you all. God bless you all who understand how I dance around the censorship and the silliness. Breaking news, though, Saudi Arabia has signaled it will stand by Russia as a member of the OPEC. So Joe Biden, sleepy creepy's got his narrative about being tough. Even though the sanctions didn't really go after Putin and all of Europe continued to buy Russian gas and natural resources, right? Saudi Arabia similarly does not care. If it's about the money, they're at the table. They stand by Russia being a member of OPEC because they know that Russia's the gas station of the world. Natural gas, oil. They got it all, right? And so right here, what we're seeing now is the line in the sand is being drawn, and people are going to this table here, and they're saying, America, your currency's dying, right? Your SWIFT system's dead. We don't need your SWIFT system. We don't need your dollar. And we're going to force our hand by saying that you're going to pay us in rubles or gold for natural gas or oil. So while Sleepy Creepy's telling us that we've crippled the Russian economy and we're really getting something done, Russia went through the hard times and now their country will do all right because they're sitting on a bunch of gold and they're sitting on a bunch of natural resources. Is Putin my friend? No. Does Putin want to restore Mother Russia, big Mother Russia, like he wants to go down in history as one of the most iconic world leaders? Is he good guy, bad guy? I don't know. I don't care. I can't get good truth out of Russia. I can't get good information out of Russia or China. I know that the Western media is lying to me. I know that the Western media lies, and we justify going to war against anyone who goes away from the petrodollar, which is what OPEC was all about. The OPEC countries using the US dollar, tying this whole thing back together. You revert course, you start to go away from using that US dollar. We send in the destroyers. We send in the drones. We undermine and overthrow your country. Just like Brad said, when it comes to currencies, these governments will roll out the tanks. And that's exactly what's happening. You have metal, Russian metal, hitting Ukraine, taking action. And I'm not here to judge Mr. Putin. I'm not here to say good guy, bad guy. I'll let the man upstairs do that. He's making moves regardless, and he's wanting to see the return of Soviet Russia, basically. I mean, he wants to build their country up, and he wants the best for he wants his country to do well. He wants his country to prosper. Is he an elitist? Does he care about the poor in his country? I don't know, guys. I'm in America here, trying to understand this situation. I would be out of pocket. I don't have enough information, and neither the Western media is lying, and very few people do know. We got a couple people in our Discord that are from that region, though. Ukraine, Romania, and they've given us a little inside scoop over there. And I've had people commenting on my YouTube channel. I try to read all your guys' comments. Thank you so much for dropping a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of these shows. What else do you guys want to see going forward? I'm super excited to get locked back in. Okay, rant over. Let's continue on. Jameson Lopp, who's a Bitcoin maxi, but I thought this was an interesting tweet. Hospital bill for delivering a baby plus 1 week recuperation in 1956. The bill is $107 for delivering a baby in a 1 week stay. Now, many of you guys know I just did that, right? I got a little baby girl, precious princess, and the bill was more than $100. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. It was more than $100. And bankruptcies, the medical bankruptcies, the number one reason I think why people go bankrupt in America, by far. It's pretty crazy here. I don't know about socialist healthcare. Seems to have some pros, seems to have some cons. But anyways, healthcare is a whole different issue that we don't have time to get into tonight. But it is interesting. The point being is inflation, guys. Inflation. It's not going away, and you need to have a plan, and you need to be preparing for. I told my Discord this weekend, I said, guys, prepare for your budget for you to be paying more for your food, energy, and all the rest of your bills that aren't fixed rate. Maybe your internet bill's fixed, right? Your mortgage payment's fixed, your lease on your car payment's fixed. All the other stuff that's not fixed, your gas bill, your food bill, your landscaper is going to jack up the price on you too. You got to adjust for paying 20, 50, 100% more for those services and goods over the next year. When you're sitting down and doing your budget and you're looking at your financial statement, understand how your budget is going to be affected, how much less money you're going to have to invest or to put back into your business or to invest in your new business or your side hustle. Hopefully you're trying to make as much money as possible right now, because this inflation crisis is going to squeeze everyone. Taking America to that two-tier society, the haves and the have-nots. Well on our way. Great comment. Miss Eve, I appreciate that comment. You might have a fixed mortgage, but your property tax is going up 35%. The cost of lumber to repair or remodel your house going up. To update your appliances, supply chain crisis will have your appliances out 3 to 6 months, price up 50 to 100%. That's the real effects of inflation. So, guys, you guys are going to hear me repeat. Inflation is 20%. If you calculated inflation the way they used to, the CPI data, the fake phony CPI, if you calculated it how they did in the 70s and 80s, we would be twice as high. We would be at about 16, 17%. So we might as well just round up to 20%. The rest of the commodities, food, like protein is up 20%. And guys, America has it light 20%, for the protein up. We just covered an article last live about how Iran is up 300% on their wheat food staples. Their wheat-based staples up 300% year over year. That's why people are hitting the streets, and it's coming to America as well. Be ready. Okay, this deal right here, boom, the SEC has already admitted that XRP is not a security via an memorandum of understanding with Thailand's SEC. So apparently this memorandum of understanding is a legal document describing a bilateral agreement between parties. And in it, it says that all of these SECs, 33 of them, there's that number 33 again, 33 of them, 33 regulators from around the world have an MOU between each other, which the US SEC signed. Thailand's SEC calls XRP a currency. Am I missing something? Great find. Let's continue on. Gold Telegraph. The Bank for International Settlements says today's global economic situation looks even more disruptive than in the 1970s. This is coming from the central bank to the world's central banks. Remember this when a central banker says we will have a soft landing. Yeah, the soft landing. Good luck with that. Stefan Huber. Okay, so they say Ethereum 2 and Proof of Stake are coming this August. Despite everything, I find it hard to believe that Ethereum 2 will come while the Ripple lawsuit is still going on. The corruption would be absolutely obvious and the whole world would see it. I don't believe that ETH 2 will be released until regulations are passed. Until they get clarity in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, until they work out some sort of deal. Like, it's clearly a security that's being built out, that already was built out with ETH 1. ETH 2 is a very obvious security just because we're relying on the Ethereum Foundation, development foundation or whatever, to actually build this thing out. They're having to organize groups of developers to actually like get it done. That's trying to profit off of somebody else, right? Just the basic definition of the Howey test that goes back to 1933. Very standard securities laws. 99% of crypto is performed in ICO, which was an unregistered securities offering, which is exactly why Gary Gensler and Jay Clayton, his predecessor, both have stated that 99% of cryptos, every ICO that they see, is a security. That's why they say every crypto is a security, because 99% of cryptos did an ICO. I don't really know about ETH2. I don't really care. It's irrelevant, in my opinion. I mean, there's already so many Ethereum competitors that are already past Ethereum. They tried to do a criminal campaign, a criminal inside scoop, secret meetings, backdoor deals, Goldman Sachs, white shoe firms, the whole 9 yards. But they got beat out by other people just building better tech, which doesn't mean that they will, Ethereum won't still win, won't still get a free pass, won't still get accepted by Goldman Sachs and get updated to ETH2, and Ethereum gets a slap on the wrist and then it gets clarity. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But at the end of the day, we already have solutions that are much further along. And in my opinion, for that reason, ETH2 will never be the number one, or even if it's the number one, it's going to have so many competitors for that smart contract space that it's not going to be as big as we had originally as big as people thought it was going to be. Right? There's too many competitors. The top 20 cryptos, most of them are Ethereum competitors. So, hi Jamie, good to see you. Jamie, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me. Okay, a couple more here. This is in regards to real estate. This is from Phoenix. The number of active listings of single-family houses for sale is up 65% in 5 weeks. About the last month, they're up 65%. Way more homes hitting the market. If active listings continue to increase at this rate, we'll be back to 2019 pre-pandemic levels of inventory for sale by the end of summer. This real estate market's very, very interesting to watch. I'm listening to a local real estate agent and researcher on YouTube. He's a small guy. He has like a few thousand followers. I'll have to give him a shout out. I don't have his name. I think his name's Rick. But anyways, he's got a little YouTube channel talking about real estate, and he covers data specifically in the Phoenix area, which for me is an interesting market to watch, just the amount of people that are migrating there. Not all of them are from California, but obviously there's been a major exodus out of California. So we've been watching this real estate market very closely, and we're seeing this in a lot of markets as the active listings are way up over the last month or so. So people are trying to front run this thing. They're seeing that if they continue raising interest rates, they know that affordability is going to go down. The prices are going to have to go down. The interesting part, though, is we still have a shortage of housing in many areas. So we'll continue to watch that one closely, but this real estate definitely cooling off ever so slightly. This tweet here from Simon's Chase I thought was very perfect description of what's been going on here. 2 liquidity and volatility entangled coins with gross exposure exceeding 100 billion, 1.5 times Madoff. So this is what's going on in crypto, is scams almost 1.5 times bigger than Bernie Madoff's scam, which was one of the biggest scams ever. Giant negative convexity pyramids are targets driven by the geometric intensity of speculation. Is there a reason for DeFi to exist other than to speculate? And he tags USDT and Celsius. So the Celsius platform has been one of those that has been giving people a lot of returns, a lot of DeFi going on over there at the Celsius network and the Celsius platform. And then we know that USDT, the number one stablecoin, is still on its way to implosion, in my opinion. Does it go absolutely away forever? I don't know, probably, but we're going to see how that situation plays out. But I've been mentioning this lately. So we lost over half of the cryptocurrency market by market cap, going from almost 3 trillion down to under 2 trillion, right? We've lost about half the cryptocurrency market. And Tether, the number one stablecoin that does over 60% of the trading pairs for the cryptocurrency space, hasn't imploded yet. UST, which was, Terra Luna's stablecoin, collapsed. And that's what brought us to this point. So we're still ready. We're still prepared for the number one stablecoin to implode and crash. What do you think could happen to this cryptocurrency market? Is the bottom in? I don't know. How soon will they implode? I don't know. What's on their balance sheet? What kind of reserves are they holding? I don't know. Nobody knows. And that's the problem with Tether. They tout that they have 80 billion worth of reserves. Meanwhile, we compare that with Circle, which just got a $200 million investment from BlackRock and Fidelity. Each 200 big ones from BlackRock and another 200 million from Fidelity, going to Circle, which is behind USDC. Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of Circle, just stated that they're going to put out an audit of their reserves weekly, a weekly report of their reserves every week. So while we have no idea what's going on with Tether and what their secret sauce is, USDC Circle, we're going to report audit every week. And they have backed that stablecoin by dollar reserves. They ended up dumping. I don't know if they were holding treasuries or what they were holding, but now from my understanding, they're just straight holding dollars like in a bank account, right? So digits in a bank account, which only means so much too. While the system's up and running, that's fine and dandy. But yeah, for the time being, at least they're backing 1-to-1. So I continue to say, we only want to really use USDC for storing money in cryptocurrency space. As far as like picking a stable coin, we just want to store some money over in crypto. I would not touch Tether. I only use Tether if I need it for a trading pair. Like I said, 60% of the trading pairs in this cryptocurrency space are done with Tether. That tells you how many scams and fraudulent schemes are being ran in this space. Let's continue on. Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad said, bull markets make stupid investors look smart. Bear markets turn the stupid investors into losers and smart investors into winners. Markets are crashing. Time for smart investors to become very rich winners. Take care. So it's been fine and dandy. The party's been great. The liquor's been flowing. The music's been bumping. The cops are about to arrive. Okay, we've ran out of liquor, right? It's the sun is rising. It's time for everyone to go home. The party is over, and we're about to be hungover. And I mean, it's brutal, guys. It's absolutely brutal out here with what's going on with these markets. And as far as the technical analysis, which direction are we going? I didn't even get a chance to watch Blockchain Backer over the past few days. He's my go-to for technical analysis. So I really don't know where we're looking at on the charts. I know that it looks like a bottom could be coming in. But like I said, we still have major fundamental issues. And the stocks still have a long way to go. And as long as crypto is tied to stocks, there's no stopping us from going another 50% in the cryptocurrency space. I mean, XRP, which is my main bag in cryptocurrency, I'm prepared for it to drop another 50%, and I will back up the truck. God willing, we get 20-cent XRP again. You bet I'm going to back it up on XRP, XLM, and we'll see where the metals are at too, but I've been liking my silver too as a hedge. Not, the gains will come, I think, for silver eventually, but just as a hedge, we know inflation's at 20%. If we can just hold our value, that's going to protect us during these times. And what we went over this last Saturday, we did our weekly call with my Discord. I went over these numbers from Germany. Inflation, the producer price index up 33% year over year, which is the highest ever producer price inflation in Germany. And energy prices are up 87% year over year. So this is why I was saying, guys, when you're looking at your budget, how much am I going to have to invest? How much money am I going to have? Consider this. In Germany, a major country, energy up 87% year over year, and the producer price inflation 33%. And that's phony BS numbers that are lies. Remember that. Phony BS government lies. The statistics are not real. They're skewed and manipulated. But they're already at 33%. And you just saw what's happening on Sri Lanka. In a day, they raised price by 25%, 30% on diesel. Hyperinflation setting in. Food crisis here. And just wait. They might try to do another little lockdown. You might need to do another little hokey pokey, do a little dance. What do you think about that? You guys tell me what you guys think about this situation right now. That's what I've been covering. If you guys are wondering where I've been, we've been moving. We've been doing it. The last time I've had a session here was on Saturday with my Discord. And I've been trying to, continue to update my Discord group. If you guys want full access to me, what my portfolio looks like, what I'm doing, full business strategies, everything we're doing over there, it's over there. Let's get into rapid fire Q&A. I'm going to grab myself another little something to drink, and we're going to continue on. I need to take off my sweatshirt because I got a little sweat going. Got a little hot tonight. I'm super excited to be back with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, I'm about to read questions on TikTok as well. I appreciate all of you guys. We have 400 in the YouTube chat, and we've got a little hundo over here on TikTok. I appreciate you guys for running it up with me. 11 over here on the West Coast. Thank you for staying up with me on the late night session. We're going to keep it running. I'm going to do really quick 15-minute rapid fire Q&A. Let's run it up. Appreciate all of you guys. God bless. I'll be right back. Okay, let's get back into it. If you guys want the XRP merch, just head on over to zachrector.com. Appreciate all of you guys so much. Thank you. What do you think about crypto bots? I won't play with them. The exchanges know about the bots and they can bet against you. Love XRP? Yeah. Yeah, me too. What are we working with? Why is the SDR suing XRP? The SDR is not suing XRP. The SDR is the special drawing rights, which is world reserve money from the IMF. What wallets am I using? I got wallets, I got exchanges, I do it all. I don't recommend any really. I don't really recommend any. Any price predictions for XDC? No price predictions tonight. Time for another Rumble rant. Jay, we got so much to cover, man. It's already it's just been blown wide open what's going on. Criminal campaign conspiracy. John Durham did appear. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say his name, John Durham, on YouTube. Any updates on Terra Luna? Stay far away. It's a distraction. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant now. Bots clog up the Ethereum network to drive up fees? Absolutely. YouTube, if you guys could hit that thumbs up for me, I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Is it possible for the XRP token to be manually adjusted to a metal? Sorry, I lost your question. To a metal gold price. Yeah, it could. I don't think that it needs to. It's just going to be represented by the underlying underlying value of the network of the settlement that's happening on the XRP ledger. Heard banks are using XRP on a private ledger. Yes, I believe that they're testing now XRP on the private ledger. Yeah. Please expose the lobster scam. So many folks getting sucked in. Yes, we will be talking about that. I'm going to put out one video. That will be it. And then I'm not going to talk about it again because I'm not trying to get in trouble. Could an XRP drop to 20 cents? Yes, it could. Absolutely. Best APY for crypto? I don't trust a lot of the DeFi right now. And, you know, if they're not giving me 10 to 20%, but even at that, inflation's at 20%. So that's how I think about this DeFi play. Even like, what some of these platforms were giving you, 4% for Algorand. Okay, that was cool while Algorand was up, but then Algorand crashes by 50, 60, 70%. And, what is that 4% APY done for you? Nothing. You invested in a risky asset that lost 50% of its value. So you were getting 4%. It was all fine and dandy. Like I said, the party was going on. The music was playing. The drinks were flowing. It was all a good time. You thought you were about to seal the deal. Cops come in and bust the party. That's where we're at in the cryptocurrency space, literally. Yeah, so I mean, if you're not getting 20%, you're not beating inflation. But at the same time, all of the platforms that are offering more than 20%, I don't believe in their long-term proposition. They don't really have much value going on there. They're just liquidity pools. Tie up your money in a network and provide liquidity and all these different BS marketing terms for lending out your money. You don't own your money. Like, are you guys familiar with Chris from AMTV? Yeah, he's a crazy dude. Chris from AMTV, yeah. It was funny to watch him because I watched him before he went all pro XRP, which was funny to see that transformation with Chris. Because he used to be like straight truther, right, in the YouTube space. But then he went more into money. And then just lately, into crypto over the last couple of years. But he's been an interesting one to watch. Evergrande secret sauce, Janet Yellen. Oh, sorry. Evergrande equals the secret sauce. Janet Yellen about systemic risk of unbacked stablecoins is the setup for coming controlled demolition fiat collapse. Exactly right. It's a controlled demolition. Controlled demolition, absolutely. I just bought some Solana along with XRP. Can you stake XRP? On Nexo, you might be able to. I don't know if they offer that anymore. I don't know about any other ones. I'm not worried about staking my XRP. I'm trying to get 1,000% gains. I'm not trying to get 10% off my XRP. Also, I don't trust anybody to hold my XRP. That's like trusting someone to hold my gold or silver. I'll pass, thanks. I'll take self-custody. Zach is back with the fresh cut, looking mean, bro. Keep cranking from that Australia? Yeah, the bear market, you took advantage, you stacked up. Yeah, that's a lot of XRP. That's great. That's great. AMTV was telling everyone to buy BTC before the crash. Yeah. That's where I don't like that. Or like he was pushing Bitcoin heavy. Yeah. From my understanding, yeah. Which, I mean, many people were. A lot of people were. A lot of people were rooting for Bitcoin, myself included, just because I knew it was going to be good for the crypto space as far as bringing more liquidity, more money into the space. Because I know it'll flow to real utility, real value when it's all said and done. You're up late, bro? Yes, I am, Steven. It's a late night session. Where should a beginner start? Well, see, in my Discord, I can get you caught up to speed rather quickly. You know, if you want to get caught up to speed in a month, you sign up for my Discord and we'll hold your hand. We'll help you out. Other than that, subscribe to my channel, watch that, and understand that 99% of the space is going away. Just know that going in. Do your own research. Know and understand that probably 90% of this space is going away. So you don't need to waste time looking at 1,000 projects. I have some XRP gear. I don't wear it out. I've over the last year, I've started wearing my XRP gear pretty much every day. Well, when I get out of my work clothes, you guys know I run my landscape business. So after I get out of that, get home, throw on the XRP merch, and we're always representing. My man Brian showing up with his super chat. I never get reminders that you're live. I was looking at chateaus for sale near Bordeaux. So glad I caught you. All the best. Brian, I appreciate that, man. Hey, you looking to make some moves on real estate, Brian? Is that what you're looking at? Appreciate the super chat so much, Brian. Thank you. Even Rogan is shilling Bitcoin on his podcast. Yeah, everyone was shilling Bitcoin, trying to pump it to 100,000. You know, all of the calls for 100K, 200K Bitcoin. Remember, everyone was calling for 200K Bitcoin this cycle. I said, screw it, man. If they want to pump 200, get that much money going into Bitcoin, pump it to 200K, the money's going to trickle down into the alts and XRP is going to freaking rocket. But here we are still waiting for that real alt season that never came. We're still waiting. How did you get your landscape business started? Good question. I worked on a golf course. I did maintenance as a job. I was an employee, right? And then I thought that it'd be fun to start my own business and go into business for myself and, make money, get rich and whatever. And so I started with what I knew, which was I knew turf management, worked on a golf course, did maintenance. So I just knew how to do that stuff. And I was like, I can make money at this. So I did that. I've ran it for 7 years. Now it's a successful business. We have, employees and lots of equipment, and it's a solid business. So 7 years now. Started it in 2015. Started it with a hand-me-down pickup truck from my grandpa, and I bought a Honda push mower that was $600-700, weed eater, and I was on my way. But now we got trucks, we got everything. But yeah, it took me a good 5 years to really get it going. 4 or 5 years. Everyone I talk to has no idea about the current wealth transfer. It's a sad state of affairs. Appreciate you, Zach. Yeah, thank you, Draghi. Appreciate you. A lot of Aussies on here. Hey, Aussie XRP holders. Where's Australia? Where's Australia at in the house? Can you guys check in? What time is it over there? Oh, it's probably like earlier, right? You guys are probably in the evening time. You guys still in the sun over there. On the flat earth model, or the dome model, or the sphere model. Which one is it? You guys tell me. I was reading comments the other day, and someone says, Zach's not committed to flat earth. He's not a real truther or something like that. I was dying laughing. I'll let you guys figure it out, man. Flat, round, dome, egg. You tell me. Checking in from Sydney. It's 4:30 p.m. 4:30. We got Louisiana in the house. God, it's 2:30 in the morning over there, right? You're crazy. Kendra said you'd never own an SDR. Gil, that's a good point. Is that SDRs are not meant to be held by private citizens, private people, right? SDRs are designed to go to countries. That is true. Yeah. So maybe that would be the buyback scenario for XRP, right? Is they're going to buy back XRP because they're going to add it to the basket of SDRs. I mean, to kind of finish how I started this whole show an hour and 7 minutes ago, that's the whole buyback proposal, the whole deal with why they would want to take back our XRP. And why I think the buyback proposal was important. Because we showed up at the table. We said, hey, we got a business proposal for you guys. We recognize value. We understand the Constitution. And if you try to seize our property, we have constitutional rights for receiving fair value for this property. So we set a legal standard, a legal precedent by making that buyback proposal. At least that's my take on it. Is it real? Will it go through? Is it going to be added to the SDR? I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. It's going to do something more than be a 40-cent asset that's only moving, a run rate of 10 billion, 20 billion. It's going to be more than that. I can promise you that. It's just a matter of how many trillions are we going to move daily. I'm building a house at the moment, and my builder has been searching for timber for the last 4 months. There you go. I covered this with my Discord group, is how home starts are continuing up. They're still doing pretty good, but the home completions are starting to drop off. A lot of that's supply chain crisis, but we're about to see the builders, not only can they not finish the houses, but they're not going to start new projects because their margins are getting squeezed right now. And here's the real thing, actually. Demand's falling off. So as demand falls off, these guys are going to feel that. Mentalek, exactly. Valhill Capital's proposal to the Fed about the buyback was important to set a price floor. And they set it at 37,500 per XRP. 37,000. And they value that based off of the value of the US dollar and all of the US dollar underlying assets, essentially. Yeah. That's why our home insurance is skyrocketing. Yeah. Yeah, so your mortgage, you might have a fixed mortgage, but all your other bills in regards to your house, the maintenance, you want to do a remodel project. Good luck getting the materials. Good luck getting the appliance. I like lobster, but you need to sift through the scams. 99.99% of what I've seen on lobster is scams, yes. So you gotta, yeah, be careful over there. Be very careful over there. I think that lobster is an all right wallet. I think that it's a solid wallet. It's just like Zum. I like it. Lisa Montano, thank you. I appreciate the super chat so much, Lisa. Good things come to those who wait. That's the tough part of watching your portfolio go up. And now it's down 60%, 70%. Like your bag's just wrecked. And that's what I get for holding XRP. You know, a serious chunk of my bag, like 90% of my crypto bag. And the reason why I'm so transparent compared to a lot of people, you know, they won't just come out and say that. The reason why I'm transparent is because I want you guys to understand I'm just a real person too. You know, I thought I was a smart guy last year when XRP was at $2. I thought I was a genius. Our bags are wrecked. My bag is wrecked. The United States should use everything in their arsenal to protect Taiwan, if for nothing else to protect TSMC. I don't know what that is, but in my opinion, we're about to see another embarrassment happen in Taiwan. Yeah. I know you guys don't like when I say this. My sources, the people that I've talked to that I trust, say that we're not going to put up much of a fight. We're not going to put up much of a fight over there. What if unrealized gains tax becomes a thing after hyperinflation and then you have to tokenize and liquidate your assets just to pay the tax? Yeah, I mean, tax, a lot of people are messing up on their taxes and they don't have a serious tax strategy. You know, they made money flipping memes, flipping NFTs, flipping BS coins last year, but they didn't pay the tax man. They don't have a serious tax strategy. Shoot, just popped in. Wish I could hear why you think XRP is going to be an ESDR. What makes you think this? Does this mean there will be a buyback, or do you think it will run as a hybrid? The point that I'm talking about is, you know, the person that we've invested behind is Brad Garlinghouse, is one of the people. Right? He's the CEO of this company named Ripple that's building out the XRP ledger ecosystem. And he tells us that XRP is the heartbeat of Ripple. We're investing in him, and he's having personal meetings with Christine Lagarde. He's speaking here at Davos this week, the World Economic Forum, talking about how XRP could be utilized, right? Talking about personal conversations with the person who used to run the IMF, which issues the SDRs. And they get to decide what's in that basket. The IMF. one of the central banks of central banks gets to decide what basket they're going to hold, what's going to be in that basket. And just recently they decided to add more Chinese renminbi. So that was a big move when they first brought the Chinese currency into that basket. But now we've seen they've actually added to that position recently. And China's playing neutral because everything's going on in Ukraine. But what we've just seen recently, I didn't cover it here in tonight's show, is they're getting ready to pull their foreign assets, i.e., they're getting ready to pull out of U.S. assets and assets tied up in the Western financial world. The laws are already on the books. And I got to be careful because I got TikTok going here. Might get in trouble for talking about this on TikTok, but they already got the laws in place for stopping them, making their people pull their assets, their foreign investments. XRP could be a trap. A trap for what? A trap for getting something done? Brad was on CNBC today. Yes, I played the clip earlier on this live stream. Yep. Lagarde just said cryptos are worth nothing, yet you say she is considering XRP. Exactly. Right. Don't listen to what they say, watch what they do. They're inviting Brad Garlinghouse to speak at their meetings, at their conferences. They're not inviting any other crypto projects besides Jeremy Allaire, CEO of Circle, company behind USDC, which is set here ready to be the CBDC of the United States. Is Cardano ISO 222? No. If the case, wouldn't they have to do a buyback, or do you think they'll try to shake us out first? I don't. If they make XRP an SDR or they add it to the SDR, there could be some sort of scenario there. We'll see how that plays out. Let's take a look at the prices here. I haven't even looked at the prices today. I got the alert that Stellar was down 5% and Bitcoin's at 29,000, Ethereum at just under 2,000, XRP at 40 cents. Nice. That's awesome. Good stuff. A great opportunity. Well done, Zach. This is a really great media group you have formed. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. My parents, my aunts, my uncles still watch mainstream news as their sole source of information. I understand that. Yeah, many people still tapped in to the matrix. They have not left. They will not leave. And there is no saving them, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Although during these times, we really have to prepare ourselves for the tough road ahead, the tough situations ahead. As someone in the know, understanding this transfer of wealth, understanding the squeeze of the middle class of America, we got to prepare. I mean, it's up to us. We might not be able to convince them until it is absolute chaos and the crises hit the maximum, which looks like it's going to be playing out over the next couple years. Because the Russia-Ukraine situation is still playing out, and because of the financial situation playing out, the currency war, it looks like this is going to be another year or two of shakiness, of volatility, of inflation. CBDCs are no good though, are they? Won't they be able to control our money? Yes, they will. China is the model country for the New World Order and for how the central bank digital currencies would work. My hope and prayer is that America won't go that route. That there will be a respect for privacy and individual liberty. That's the fight that we're in right now, though. We got to vote out people that sell out our people. We got to vote out these people that have been sold out to these corporations, these elite politicians, these people that are, undermining what made this country an opportunity. The opportunity is fading away. D. Harris in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, Tim. Let's do a few more questions, guys. What are you working with? A few more questions before we sign off for the evening. USDC runs on Stellar. I believe they want USDC to be our CBDC. Good to pack your XLM bags too. Absolutely, Heather. Great point. Yeah. That's why XLMs are number 2. You can run CBDCs on XLM very easily. Tim, XDC, you already know I'm a big fan of it. One of my top holdings. I think that XDC is a great currency. I hold XRP instead of Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin has no utility. That's an easy one. Do you think that Tether is likely to sink in the next year? Yes, I do. Any landscaping connects near Chicago? It's funny you mentioned that. I actually met a guy at the Dan Pena event that I went to last month that was from Chicago who ran a landscape business. I went and saw Dan Pena speak last month in Omaha. He was attending the Berkshire Hathaway meeting with Warren Buffett. And yeah, it's just funny that someone we picked up a random conversation with was actually from Chicago running a landscape business. Look at this. We got some haters in the chat. Why do you think it will be an SDR, or do you not know what that means, Zach? Like, answer real questions. And then we have another hater. It's the DAI Muppet Live. You are a delusional fool, my friend. You will be the one ending up poor. Do you believe when the New World Order goes digital with our currency, will gold and silver be banned? I don't think that they'll ban it. No. No. Yeah, to that first question, I already addressed the SDRs. It's very simple. We talked about it at the very beginning of the stream, though. Special drawing rights, it's a basket of 5 currencies. And so we're talking about what role XRP could play as being an SDR or as being, as liquid as a G10 currency, as being a reserve currency. What we talk about every night. So. Robert, I appreciate the super chat. He says, look at Filecoin. They want everything in the block. Yeah. Filecoin's been an interesting project that Greg Kidd put us on. Greg Kidd put in a good word on Filecoin, and he's been an early investor in some of the biggest projects and biggest companies. So yeah, we've been watching Filecoin. I have not invested any in Filecoin yet. Interesting project, though. SDRs are 100% coming, and XRP is mentioned in many articles as being a part of the basket of currencies. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's the perfect fit. It's the perfect fit to be the bridge currency, the SDR. Yeah. A digital currency. Well, I mean, we know what's going digital. It's just a matter of like what currency could be a reserve. We know that USDC could be the CBDC for the United States. On-demand liquidity will fix everything. Yeah, I mean, we're only flowing tens of billions for a run rate on on-demand liquidity right now. We're ready to do tens of trillions. Remember, $6 trillion daily volume. What are the other 2 proposed currencies in the basket? It's 5 currencies. It's 5 currencies. It's the dollar, it's the Chinese renminbi, Japanese yen, British pound, and the euro. Those are the 5 that make up the SDR. What's happening in 2030? Well, Agenda 2030 is it. Like that's what they're moving towards, right? That's the New World Order timeline is the Agenda 2030 timeline. Your voice is amazingly similar to Tom Brady, LOL. Funny. Reading your guys' comments right now. Let's just do a couple more. Couple more comments. A reserve currency that is not tied to a country, a neutral intermediary. Absolutely. Great point. A neutral bridge asset, which is the key. Neutral bridge asset, neutral bridge currency. In my opinion, Ripple feud with Jed McCaleb was just for show, so Jed could use algorithmic trading via Taco Stand wallet to suppress XRP price until they are ready at the right time after lawsuit to let it moon. Makes sense. Makes sense. There's prophets saying God is going to arrest all the corruption when Trump comes back. That's a good one to end on. All right, guys. I appreciate all of you guys so much. If you're looking to get tapped in, head on over to zachrector.com. Everything's over there on the website. I appreciate all of you guys so much. YouTube, if you guys could hit that thumbs up for me on the way out, I'd greatly appreciate that. For the haters, if you want to drop a thumbs down too, hey, whatever. Give us your reaction. Give us some traction. Keep that momentum going on YouTube. Nothing can stop what is happening, and that is going to be us participating in the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. Most definitely going to take advantage of this opportunity, take care of our families, and get the job done. I hope you guys have a plan. We're going to continue talking about it, exposing the truth on every level. We will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, definitely later this week. Super excited to get focused, tapped back into the program here. Your regularly scheduled programming should be continuing from here on out. I appreciate all of you guys so much. We will see you in the next one. Take care and God bless. Thank you.